Theo, then Luke, then Justin. 8 minutes each or so. Questions for Theo?
You guys went through a stretch at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. You had, I think, 10 straight possessions that were empty. Some of those were, it looked like bad shots, some bad passes. How do you kind of cut those down?
Just focusing on executing. I mean, at those times we can probably slow it down once we go like 3 or 4 that we don't score. We can go to one of our sets and just try to execute the play.
After the timeout that Coach called when you guys were down 5 and you went on the 12-0 run, you scored 6 of those points. I think 4 of them were at the line. What was there anything different in the way you approached things after that point?
Not really. I mean, at that point it was now or never. The floater, I just looked at the shot clock. It was like 8 seconds, and I know I needed to attack. The other guys were getting denied, so I just needed to make a play, and luckily I did. Other than that, just trying to be aggressive.
How did you guys not let, I mean, you're a year later, you're at the Final Four, and there's still going to be the same thing with the NCAA case kind of hanging over the team for the second straight year. Not specifically you guys as players, but just in general that is still around. How have you guys not let that become sort of a distraction? It's something Coach Williams has talked a lot about it, you know, focusing on what he says and listening to him kind of thing. How have you guys not let it become a problem?
Well, you just saying that probably the first time I heard it in all year, so it ain't really a distraction to us. We just playing basketball.
How many times have you watched that final play?
Probably watched it like 20 times, just like trying to figure out what happened. I mean, something that I never forget. Just real proud I could be a part of it and come out on the winning end of it.
Theo, what's the weirdest, strangest, funniest thing about Luke?
I don't know if it's the boy can eat. Like when he's hungry. I remember we went to Five Guys one time. Jonas might be mad about this. He got 3 cheeseburgers from Five Guys, double patty, and that's hard to do. So I was like, "We got a problem. We need to fix that."
When was that, Theo?
That was a while back.
So maybe he's gotten better with his eating habits, right?
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot better. It's only on off days that we do stuff like that. Not when we got to go practice and run up and down the floor. If you do that, you're gonna throw up.
Take us on the bus, on the plane, when you see the fans outside and you land, what goes through your minds? How does that motivate you?
It just shows that you're playing in more. It shows how many people that care. Just the fact that it was like midnight. Wasn't it midnight when we got back? It was midnight. I mean, they could be asleep, which I would have been asleep. They just wanted to show the support they have for us and how proud they were of us, and it just makes you want to play even harder.
You guys did a good job, obviously, on Monk in the last game, and Coach just talked about you had the potential to be a good defensive team, but he always was wanting more. What do you think this team does best defensively at this time of the year?
At this point, it's just taking on the challenge. I mean, both teams played the same night. We both played Friday night, so both teams are sort of tired, but at the same time, you got to take on that challenge. It was for the trip to go to the Final Four, so you don't try to think about that. You just want to step up for your team and take on the challenge.
And going forward, like, is there something you think you guys have gotten better at, even from a month ago to right now in the way you're playing in March?
Yeah, just all 5 guys buying in. When you see somebody driving now, all 5 guys are reacting instead of a couple, and then 2 of them just looking at the play. And I think that's a big factor of how much better we gotten defensively.
Is there anything you'll do differently at the Final Four this year in approach or pack or any of that based on your experience last year? Anything you learned that you'll take into this week?
Definitely want to take as many pants because we're going to be in Arizona 3 nights crap.
Because it was chilly.
Yeah. I can't really think of none right now.
Theo, what's on your playlist right now? You're on your way to Arizona. What are you listening to get hyped?
Right now we're on More Life with Drake right now. New album coming out. I've been on a little Future streak right now.
Are you playing March Madness?
Nah, I'm not playing March Madness. Nah, that's old.
Theo, 2 times out of the last 3 games, y'all been down 5.
Mhm.
Coach called a timeout. You rallied.
Mhm.
When you were down and he calls that timeout, what are you thinking? Are you thinking, oh no, we're in trouble, coach is mad? What are you thinking?
I mean, I think everybody just thought back to the Arkansas game before you even said it. We've been in that situation before. Stakes a little higher now to go to the Final Four, but at the same time, at that point, you just wanted to move on to the next weekend in the Arkansas game. But it was just like buy in. I mean, we're in a good place. If they told us before the season started you'll be down 5 with like 5 minutes to go in the Elite 8 to go to the Final Four, would you take it? Who would? So we've been in that situation before, and we just wanted to respond again.
You guys have talked a lot about throughout this year. Your motivation to getting back was how last year went down.
Yeah.
If last year does not go down the way it does, are you guys here right now? Judging on not having that motivation that you all have claimed to have throughout this whole year.
I mean, yeah, it'd just be a different type of hunger. I mean, you want to be, if we finished it last year and won a national championship, why would you not want to go back to back? I mean, we got a ton of competitors on this team, so why would you not want to go down in history being a back-to-back national championship team? So that would just be another added motivation for us.
Theo, going back to Luke's question about kind of last year in Final Four, a lot has been made already about how you guys are experienced because you're there last year, these other teams have not been. You winning in the Final Four last year, was it as big of a deal as we make it in terms of everything surrounding it?
Oh yeah, I mean, Final Four is huge. It's an honor. Just everything around it, the publicity, all the people that come out playing in the stadium, football stadium, it's huge. Open practice is packed. So I mean, I'm really just excited for like the freshmen to see what goes into it, and for me to experience another Final Four, that's an honor. I mean, there's a lot of people that want to be in my shoes that don't get that opportunity. So I'm definitely not going to take it for granted at all.
Anybody else? All right, we got Luke in here.
Thanks, Theo.
Thanks, Neil.